Hello, friends. How are you? Happy Thursday evening. Night. I guess it's night now. My watch keeps acting up, so I can't even tell what time it is. How was your day? It's good to see you. How y'all doing? I'm trying to pump myself up. It's been a crazy day and a little worn out. Got a little frustrated a little bit today and trying to end on a good note. That's why we're going to do this project, because I said we were going to do this project, and no matter what, we're going to do this project. So this is going to put me in a better mood for the rest of the evening. Anyway, you're probably like, what are you doing? Hi, welcome. My name is Susan. This is Expressions in Chalk, and I am so glad you're here. I hope that you're coming to join me on my live. If you are, I would love it if you would hit the heart button and just give me a little comment. Say hey in the comments, or tell me where you're watching from, or whatever. If it's your first time, like I said, my name is Susan. This is Expressions in Chalk. Welcome to my craft room. I'm an independent designer with Chalk Couture, and I try to show lots of cool different project ideas to help you make some home decor or gifts or excuse me, clothing or whatever your heart desires. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you'll enjoy this project tonight. So before we get started, I just want to show you, if you followed me the other night or you saw my video the other day, you'll know that I keep peeking over there because I need to go grab it. You'll know that I made a coffee mug for fall, for seasons. I say holidays, it's not holidays yet, but for the seasons, because I'm just like that. I love to have themed coffee mugs for the different seasons or holidays or whatever they are. And I usually share one every day. I've done this for the last year or so on Instagram, and I usually share one every morning just for fun. And if I find a new one and pick up a new one, I share that and tell where I get it from. And I never spend a lot of money on them, so I can have a variety, because that's just how I've always liked to do things. With shoes, with anything. I don't spend a lot of money on it so I can have more options. I just like that. Oh, and do you like this t-shirt? Isn't that a great saying? If you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. I was trying today. It was a struggle. It's like when you wear stuff like this, or when you start off your morning and you're like, okay, today I'm really going to, boy, I tell you what, it's like you have a bullseye on you and put to the test. So, but I don't care. I'm still going to keep trying, keep persevering. But I wanted to show you the mug that and let me just see here. It says comments will appear here. So hopefully if anybody comments, I'll be able to see it. It's a long story, but I had to trade in my other phone, my new one that I got for my birthday, for a different one. So long story, I won't get into it. So now tonight is my first time trying. It took me forever to get it set up this evening, just because it took time. It wasn't hard. It just took a lot of time. But so hopefully I can see things really well on here. I don't know whether comments will come up on here or not. I do have my iPad, but I also have a picture on there that I want to kind of use as a reference point. So not sure if I'm going to pull that up or not. So if you have a comment and I somehow miss it, it's not showing up on my phone. If it doesn't show up on my phone, then I promise I will respond to it after the video is over. And if you're watching this as a replay, thank you for watching it as a replay. I hope you enjoy it just as much. You don't have to be here. I just love having people to interact with. So it feels like I'm crafting with friends when you interact with me. But if you're watching it on a replay, if you wouldn't mind just putting replay or something like that in the comments, just so I have an idea. That helps me as well for planning. My original plan was, best laid plans of mice and men, right? My original plan was to get on here around, I don't know, it was probably going to be around 4:30 or so, maybe 5, something like that. Early evening, you know, late afternoon, early evening. But I ended up, like I said, my day went not anything like I planned, so that didn't happen. But we're here now. That's what's important. Let me grab that mug real quick because I want to show you. If you saw my post this morning, you might have seen my my story. I shared my other mug that I made with you. I didn't show on camera when I made it, but I will post a video up. And I do have a YouTube channel as well if you're interested. I do put some other videos up there on my YouTube channel that I don't always share on here, because here I try to do more live projects or projects that we're going to be working on. On my YouTube channel, I try to include any project that I've done, just so you can see the variety. There's so many different things, but there might be something that's not necessarily this particular season, and I try to keep things kind of seasonal or topical for a reason, whatever. But if I'm doing another project for another reason, I still want you guys to be able to see it and see all the versatility and the options and all that stuff. So that's why we have a YouTube channel. That's why I have a YouTube channel. So I did share creating this mug on camera on my live the other night, and I'm so glad that I made these. I'm so glad that I went out of my comfort zone. I was a little nervous, a little skeptical, a little, I don't know what the other adjectives would be, but a little bit out of my comfort zone to make my own mug, whether I could do it and whether I could do it well and actually if it would hold up or whatever. But I'm glad that I did. And if you're interested in finding out where I got the mug from, I will, I'd be happy to share that information with you, but I have to do it in like a message. I can't do it on here. But I just found these really nice mugs from a favorite store of many of ours. And I added my own transfer designs. And you saw me add my mushrooms because I just love them. They're adorable. But I needed a little something more. So yesterday I finished with this. Added a couple more. So basically this is 3 transfers on one mug, 3 different parts of 3 different transfers on one mug. Isn't it cute? I think it's adorable. So I still have to heat set it tonight. I've heat set it once with my mushrooms. I need to heat set it tonight. I had to let it dry from what I did last night. Heat set it tonight, and I still haven't decided if I'm going to paint in the mushroom and in the leaves. I may or I may not. I haven't decided yet. But I have to heat set it before I do that, so because I don't want to mess up what's there. But as I was mentioning, in my stories, I created another one, the black one, a black one just like that, a black mug just like that with a different design, and it turned out so good. I love it. I'm so glad I was sitting here brainstorming, what could I put on that? I knew it would look great with the colors that I chose. And that I had for ink, and I was like, that'll just show up so good on that black. And luckily I came across the transfer that I had that would work perfectly. So if you saw my stories, or if you want to go look at my stories, check that out. But I probably will post that video on here soon as well. Just a video of how to, just a quick one. So I'm so excited though, but I used that this morning to drink out of. So this one I got to get ready so I can use it for tomorrow morning. So all right, let's get on to tonight's project. So I said, hey, we're going to do a spooktacular pot project. Are you ready? If you dare, all that stuff. I'm just trying to give fun little hints or clues as to what I might be trying to do. You may have seen my little slideshow video that I shared that had a bunch of different Halloween projects that we have available to us. I won't be doing all of those, but I've got to share some of them with you. But tonight, we're going to do this cutie. Is this not adorable? I have never seen anything like this at all. And remember, these are silk screen transfers that are reusable. So I could use this on anything I want. I can use it over and over and over again. They're good for up to 12 times or more, depending on how well you take care of them. But I could do this on anything I wanted. I could do it on a pillow. I could do it on my front door. I've told you guys that before. Could do it on my microwave. I could do it anywhere in my house that I wanted to do it on a mirror. I could do it on a banner. I could do it on a door hanger. I could do it on so many different surfaces that I wanted to. Multiple. And how cute is that? I could do it as a gift for someone. Anyway, if I was going to a Halloween party, who knows? I don't know. Maybe people are having Halloween parties this year. I don't even know. I have a feeling when my daughter sees this, she might actually try to snag it. But isn't that cute? Now, I am not a spooky, creepy kind of Halloween person. I'm more of a fun, and I feel like this is still fun without being too cutesy. So this actually I would put up in my house. Whereas some of the things that I might show you or do a project of, maybe not so much. So anyway, I am going to do this. It's a B-size transfer. It comes with the all three, and I'm going to cut it out. You'll see the little lines. It's little lines just to help show you where to cut it out. I'm going to cut that out. I wanted to show you what it looked like in total, though, before I did that. And I am going to be putting it on this cute wooden block set of 3. It's a set of 3 that comes in it. You can buy them as a set of 3. I'm sorry. You cannot buy them independently, just a set of 3. But they are double-sided. So we will be doing something, just so you know, Christmassy on the back when it's time for that. And that's the cool thing about these transfers and our projects. A lot of them are versatile. You know, you could do something on one side for one season, then flip it over and do something on the other side for another season. And you don't have to go out and buy a whole nother kit. You don't have to go out and buy a whole nother, you know, shopping for a whole nother decor thing, and whatever. And I can't decide if I need my jacket on or off. One minute I'm cold, when I'm hot. I think when the air comes on, I'm cold. It was cold all day where I was. And then when it goes off, I get warm. So who knows? I don't know. Anyway, these are the 3 blocks. Are they awesome? Look at those. And that's that solid that I've been showing you. Our cutouts are made out of my favorite. These, I think all the cutouts are my favorite. All the shapes that are like these solid wood. I don't know why, I just love them. They're already distressed, kind of like a whitewash distress. And I have a couple different ways that you could actually do these. You could do them just like this in the white and just put the transfer on it with whatever color you decided you wanted to use. Or you could, hang on, I'm going to pull this up real quick. Hang with me. There we go. There we go. Make sure I have my volume down so I don't hear myself if I do. Okay. So, get it in where it I'm trying to make sure you can see it. That does help me. And I could turn my camera, but then I feel like you see all the other stuff and it's harder to see the project. But I am actually going to paint with our chalk paste these two pieces. Okay, the front of these 2 pieces. So that is what I am going to do. And the way I'm going to do that is I've shown you before. If you haven't seen it before, you're going to see a cool new technique. Super cool, super easy to use. And you can do it with our chalk paste, or you could do it with your own, if you have chalk paint. You could even do this technique, okay? I don't know how it will work with acrylic. I would assume it will work okay with acrylic. I just say chalk paint because I know chalk paint dries differently. It dries quicker. I'm going to leave this one white. So what you saw me doing with my cloth is I have already put some surface wax on it. Because this is wood, I want to coat it with just a little thin layer of our surface wax. If you have any questions about anything, just leave me a comment or send me a message and I'll answer it for you. But I just put a little bit of surface wax on there and I was just buffing it to make sure that it was all ready to go for our image. So let's get started, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to set that to the side, the big one. We're going to go ahead and paint these two with our chalk paste, and one of them I'm going to do black and one of them I'm going to do in our orange peel. Okay, so let's see here. Hang on, I'm going to pull my picture back up. Okay, now I can see both. Okay, so this one is going to be black. We're going to go ahead and do this and get it done and out of the way because, you guys, I don't know what I did to my thumb, but I'm bleeding a little bit. Well, I guess that's appropriate. It's Halloween, right? I keep bleeding on that little corner of my thumb. I think I banged it. We're going to go ahead and paint these two. So let's get them done so they can dry a little bit, and then we'll go ahead over to our other big piece, come back, we'll make sure these are dry, put a little bit of, anyway, the whole process. Okay. So I'm going to mess with the orange first because black I just feel like it's so messy. And all I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to take it off the lid. This is our chalk paste. It's just wet chalk. I'm going to actually just take it off of the lid and I'm going to tear. This is a baby wipe. We usually keep these by us anyway for our fingers, just to keep our fingers clean, or a wet paper towel. I'm just going to take this baby wipe, and I'm actually going to take it right off my lid. It'll actually help me clean up my lid a little bit. And I'm just going to put some on the baby wipe, hopefully without my blood. I'm going to grab it off the baby, with the baby wipe off of the lid. And then I'm going to take my surface, and I'm just going to do the front. Look, I got it all over me already. I'm just going to do the front because, like I said, I'm going to do another project for Christmas on the back. So I'm not going to do any of the sides. Going to leave those white. And I'm just going to take it and kind of paint it. Now, I could use a paintbrush and water this down a little bit and just paint it that way. I could do it any way I want. But this is kind of almost like staining it. And I want to try to make sure I get it even. So you can tell the wood is a little, you know, it's wood. A little distressed. It's not completely even. We got some greens. So let's see. Might even need to add a little water. So it's kind of thick. That part is up top. I love this color orange. It's definitely a very appropriate. Yeah, I think I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water, guys. That's just distilled water because I don't want to contaminate my paste, my chalk paste. But this is definitely a very Halloween-y orange. Is that a word, Halloween-y? Reminds me of that old show, that old cartoon one of my kids used to watch, Oswald. He had a little dachshund, and he called him Weenie. If you don't like this more of a wash look, which is what this is doing, you could just, like I said, you could take a paintbrush. I do have paintbrushes right there, but you could just take a paintbrush and kind of apply it on there as well. I'm just trying to make sure I got good coverage and that I don't have it too splotchy. I don't mind it being a little bit different in some areas than others. That's what it would be if you were staining it, right? And once it dries, I think it'll be fine. I just don't want any big clumps. I got a big clump there. I hope your Thursday has gone a little better than mine. It started off gloomy. It was a very gloomy day. It never really rained, but it was very gloomy all day long. I'm just wiping my fingers so I don't transfer that. So that's all. It's all done. And I'm just gonna set that to the side and let it start drying. I will use this, yeah, am I using this again? Actually, no. No, I'm not going to use my orange pen. That's called orange peel, just so you know. And black is a little thinner anyway. For some reason, the consistency of it is a little thinner, but it's also very messy. So I'm going to try not to get it all over my hands, but I'm going to just take it right out because this one doesn't really have any on the lid. So I'm going to take it right out of the... It's just messy. But this is just chalk paste, guys. So it's washable. So if I get it on me, on my clothes, I'm not worried about my clothes. If I get it on me, if I get it on my table, I can just wash it right off. Wet paper towel. Look how, see how that black just covered really easy. And I'm going to keep these wipes over here to the side just in case, like once it starts drying, if I notice that I really missed any big areas. I'm not real concerned, like I said. I don't mind it if it has a little bit of white showing through. I'm okay with that. Because I have like sort of farmhousey kind of home. It's very eclectic. It's a little bit of farmhouse, a little bit of boho, a little bit of several things. All right, like I said, I didn't do too bad. Actually got more orange, I think, than I did black, so that's not bad. Wipe that off. Okay, so now I'm going to set this aside too. Oh, I do see some there I don't want. And once this is dried, if there's something on the side or something I don't like, I'll just take a sanding block and I can always distress it, or I can, like, if I've gotten any somewhere that I didn't want to get. Okay, so I'm going to set that over and shut the black because it's messy. I don't want it on me. Don't want it on me. Okay, so those are going to start air drying on their own, which shouldn't take very long. I'll probably still hit it with the my little air dryer too, but I'm going to set them aside and let them try to start on their own. Okay, and let's work on this piece. Okay, so this one I've already prepared. Let me make sure I have the right side. Yeah, this. So let's cut out our transfer, and I've marked my transfers front and back so that I know, because these are reusable. I'm going to wash them, let them air dry, and then put them back on their backer sheets, which is what the white thing on the back is called. And these are silk screen transfers. They're not stencils. They are better than stencils because they're silk screen. All right, so this is what we're going to use. I'll go ahead and cut these guys out and set them aside since we'll use those next. There's just little silk screen lines there to kind of show you. These are my special trimmers for silk screen that I love. You can still use any kind of scissor, but I love them because they're teal. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, right? Right there. And you see the little spider. I don't like spiders, but I think I can handle this. He is cute. He's very cute in the whole situation, so I'm okay with that. Actually, I need the black because I will have to do him in black. And I've even pulled my little multi-purpose tool out because I'm going to need that little tiny squeegee. When I do my videos, it's like every time I go to do a video where I'm just doing a video for you guys to see, not to talk, like not to demonstrate on camera, it takes me forever to get my silk screens off of my backer sheet. And they're really not hard. It's just getting the right thing. Kind of like with the bags in the produce section at the grocery store. You know? You know how that goes? I am, for one, I'm glad today is Friday Junior. I don't know about you all. I don't know how your week's gone. And I do not like it getting darker so much earlier. Of course, today with it being overcast, it never, like I said, it didn't rain, but it was overcast all day. I'm bleeding on my transfer. Goodness sake. Should have put a Band-Aid on that beforehand. Sorry, guys. I don't think you'll notice it. All right, let's see. Does that look straight? Enter if you dare. Very cute. We're doing this all in one color. I'm going to use my Regal. This is a purple. We have a couple different purples. We do have a really pretty shimmer. Oh, what is it? You know I love shimmer, and I thought about doing it, but I want to make sure it really shows up. This is a shimmer plum, but we do have several different color purples if you want to check that out. I'm not sure which ones we have right off the top of my head that are, not sure which ones are actually singles, which ones might come in a single, but we also sell this really cool thing called a paste palette. So it's got, I think, 6 singles in it. So these are like single paste palettes. They come like one color and one little, and you get several projects out of them. But we have one that's called Spooktacular, so it has all the colors you might need for several of the Halloween projects. So if you got one pack, you could probably do a bunch of different projects with it. I'm just going to use one of our mini squeegees to apply it. And let's go. You saw me smooth it down. I didn't tell that to you. I just smoothed it down, make sure that it's adhered to the wood so that I don't have anything going underneath my the silk screen area. A lot of times I'll take my squeegee over top of it and make sure to no air bubbles or anything. But tonight, in the interest of time, since I got on here late, oh shoot, I just did my spider. I got overzealous. I did my spider in purple. He might have to be purple now. I don't think I can salvage that. Guys, I think we're going to be having a purple spider. That's all right. I can live with that. Look, I'm messy. What the heck is going on today? It's not even a full moon, is it? I don't think so. And you'll notice with the chalk paint, yeah, I'm just going to do it all in purple. I'm not even going to try to make him black. If you were doing it, you might want to make him black. I'm not going to even stress over it. It's not worth me trying to figure out how to fix it at this point. I can deal with a purple spider. I like purple. But with the chalk paste, I go both directions just to make sure I've covered all of my silkscreen area, and I can see it through, I can tell. And then I usually take another pass just to make sure I pull off any extra. So you're kind of like your first couple passes, you're pushing it in, and then that last one, you're just kind of dragging off any extra. Because doesn't take much, you saw that. I lost more on my table than I probably used on the project. But I'm going to put my squeegee aside for later. I'll wash that in the sink after I'm all done. Some cool water. And I'm done with the purple. I love that purple is part of Halloween colors. Okay, so probably I'll have to clean that up so that I don't make a mess anywhere. I don't know why I'm being so messy tonight. I guess because I'm moving too fast. Okay, so can you see? My chalk paste, my wet chalk is there. It's over the silk screen. I don't care that it's on the transfer as well. I'm going to wash it all off. It may stain it because it's purple. It's a darker pigment. But as long as my silk screen area is clear, I'm okay with it. I just got to keep that clear so I can keep reusing it. But look how fabulous. Let me get it. Ta-da! Look how fabulous that is. See, I don't even mind him. Now, I got to be careful because when I did my pickup truck, I did that with my left hand, and then I dropped it forward right on the wet chalk. I can tell, but I don't think anybody else can. How about that? Isn't that awesome? And you'll see that it looks kind of like, oh, it's not completely filled in solid. That's the way the transfer is. It's made to look that way. It's made to look kind of vintagey, I guess. Is that an adjective? It is now. You like it? Isn't that cute? Enter if you dare. Now, you could have easily painted this block as well. If you wanted that to be painted purple and you wanted to do your words in white or something like that, or black, or what, I don't think black would show up on the purple, but white or something like that, you could have done that. But I just thought I'd show you, this is what it looks like when you have the white. So this is basically done. This piece is completely done. I'm just gonna let it dry. I'm gonna let it air dry. It'll be dry in about 5 minutes or so. And if I wanted to speed it up, I would just take my, my air drying tool to it. And you'll notice that I didn't even fuzz that. And that was because I had already put wax on here, so I didn't feel like it needed a lot of fuzz. So let's see if our orange ones, I noticed it had a little after. So it feels pretty dry to me. You see me touching it, nothing on my hands. Can you tell? Yeah. So, but let's just, hit it with the dryer for a sec, just to be sure. Let me switch out because I have my hotter dryer. My old heating tool that I've had forever puts out much more warm heat. The heat, it can get pretty hot. So I use that on the mugs when I was drying those, and I was working in a couple different areas I didn't want to mess up. I'm just going to make sure this one is just like an air dryer. It doesn't get very hot. It's more like just air. Just helps speed it along. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to add just a little thin layer of surface wax on top of it to make sure that when I put my transfer down, number one, it comes off easy, but also so it doesn't pull off any of my chalk paste that I already painted on there. Isn't that a pretty color? So who has started their Halloween decorating? I have not. They have gone crazy in my neighborhood already. The big Halloween neighborhood here. I haven't decided. I don't think I'll do it this weekend. I might even just wait until my daughter comes home for fall break and then put out the Halloween. Because I just kind of layer that on top of a lot of the fall, and I change out the front porch. The front porch becomes completely Halloween in the front yard and the front porch, but I might just wait until she comes home and let her do it. She wasn't here last year for fall break. She didn't come home, or they didn't have one. So, and she loves to decorate for Halloween. She loves Halloween. She does it at her townhouse. I did a lot inside last year, but I'm not going to this year. Not feeling it. But I may just let her do it because she loves to decorate and she'll be here and that'll be fun. Okay, so the reason I have that here is because this is what we will be putting on there. Isn't that cute? Now I'll tell you, you could even use one of use another like little wood cutout or something and do like a little countdown thing on here. It, you know, it's just a project idea. You'd have to put a hook, you'd have to do all the different numbers, but this is what we're going to do. So let me get my wax and we'll just add just a little tiny bit on there. Doesn't take much. See, I don't even have very much on there. That might be too much. Just kind of a little protect it. Make sure my chalk paste doesn't come off. I'll set that aside till I get ready to do the black one, which looks like it's about dry now too. See, it's about dry already. You can tell by the color, like if it's darker. All right, so let's put our number on. I like this. This would even be cute just like on its own, and maybe put it on a wreath if you had a wreath that you make. I know a lot of people like to make those really elaborate wreaths out of the mesh ribbon, or I think that's what it's called. I'm not good at that. I'm not a big wreath person myself, but and I definitely haven't. I just haven't gotten into making those. But I know a lot of people do that. This would be cute. This would be cute as a little insert for one. Just trying to give you some ideas. Because, you know, you can do this as a hobby. You can do it as a business. Like what I'm doing, sort of, you know, where I show and I do workshops and stuff like that. Or you could do it as if you're a maker. If you make things to sell on Facebook Marketplace or Etsy or vendor shows. You can use this stuff for anything. You have the ability to do it any way you want. All right, see how cute? So that area that you see the orange through, that's where our chalk is going to go. Now I was trying to decide, because you know me, I gotta have some shimmer. I have that beautiful shimmer frost, and I thought about doing that there, but I'm worried it's not going to show up enough. So I decided I'm just going to do the bright white here, and I'm going to use this on the other block with the element over there. So I'm going to get me another, actually this time I think I'm going to get this is my small squeegee. This is small. You can see it's been used before. It's a little stained, but it's fine. It's been washed, and it's, I just want to make sure there's no fuzz on it. It's been washed, and if it's going to work fine. It doesn't matter that it's stained. I'm going to take my paste right out of my jar. I actually need to kind of scrape that and get that better. And that's probably too much because it doesn't take that much. And I just made sure, you saw me do that, push down and make sure I don't have any bubbles, make sure I'm sealed so that it stays in the area that I want it to. And then I'm just going to apply my chalk paste to the silkscreen. You know, you could do this any color. You could have done this purple, this part purple. Would be pretty too. If you only wanted to keep it purple and orange and black and didn't want any white in there, that's what you could do. That's what I love about this, is you get to do any color you want. It becomes your creation. It's different because you made it. The colors you chose. Could have used shimmers. I could have used a shimmer harvest or a shimmer pumpkin. You know, even as the background or as any of the words. Let's make sure I have everything filled in. And I'm just kind of pulling off any extra. I'll lay that down because I don't trust myself. Why is that? I see orange over here. Is that my thumb bleeding again? It's my thumb. Interesting. So I'm just going to put any extra back in here. I really do need to clean that up to make it so that That all cleans up with cold water. I think I keep hitting it. That's why I'm having trouble. Okay, you ready? See? You ready? And I usually recommend that you pull it off slowly, just so that if you feel like you've missed anything, which I haven't, and it's made to be kind of, you see there's distressing in it, like it has little speckles. It's done that on purpose. That if I had missed any, that I could lay it right back down and go back over it. Isn't that fabulous? I'm trying to tell if you can see the spot where I saw some blood. I guess it's appropriate. Isn't that awesome? I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think that's all how it's supposed to be. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. I didn't fuzz that one either. You guys, I am not fuzzing tonight. So I am putting my transfers down just on a mat, and I'm putting some water on them until I can clean them in my sink. After I get done, that's what you want to do. Okay, so let's make sure that I keep pulling this over here like I was going to fuzz stuff, and then I haven't fuzzed anything. That one, I felt like it tugged a tiny bit. This feels dry, but I'm just going to go over it again. It felt like it tugged a tiny bit, so I probably should have fuzzed it, but I didn't have any problem. I didn't really have to pull it. That's kind of why you fuzz it, is just to make it easier to come off of the surface you're putting it on. And like I said, I could have painted this solid. I could have just taken some water and added it to my chalk paste, or painted it with another paint before and let it dry. And then put after it's dry, I'm gonna put a little layer of surface wax on it. But this is what I decided to show you tonight. I'm just here to help inspire you and give you some ideas of some other stuff you can try. I don't even know what time it is, y'all. I better get moving. Get moving. All right. That feels dry. I probably didn't even need to do that, but I just, as a precaution, I did. Put a little surface wax. So I hope your first full week of, no, I wonder if you can see that. Can you tell? Yeah, so you can see where I've put the wax and where I haven't put the wax. Do you see the shiny and then the matte? You can see. My nose is itching. Someone's talking about me. And then I'm just buffing it. Making sure I don't have any chunks and just kind of helping it get into the wood. All right, so for this one, we are going to do my shimmer frost, probably the white, and my shimmer olive. I thought that would be pretty on this one. That would show up really nice on our black. And this is our transfer for this one. I'm going to fuzz it just a couple times. It's brand new. I haven't used it before. Guys, I've had this since July or August, I think. I think it was July. End of July. Pretty sure I've had this. All right. And just make sure, you know, this is a silk screen. You want to just make sure you don't have any fuzz. See, I see something right there. In the area where I'm going to, you know, for my letters. That side. This over here. All right. One of these days I'm going to get a better setup with my, you can see more down, I think. I don't know. need to use, I guess it would be a good idea to use the iPad, but I don't know. Then you'd really be able to see a lot better. And guys, you could embellish this as well. I really don't think it needs any. I mean, obviously, you could add some farmhouse beads. I'll probably do that. I haven't gotten them yet, but I was searching for some last night. But really not sure what that is. I feel like, what is that? I feel like there's something that's going to impede that chalk going through there. Not sure what it is. Might just be a discoloration. We'll find out, I guess. I'm not going to fret over it. It's going to look fabulous no matter what. Okay. See? Now you'll notice, like, I can tell there's like some big chunks of fuzz. Did you see that little bump when I showed you that? Because you could see it. And this is the thing I was saying. I don't know what that is. It looks like a discoloration in my silk screen, but I'm just going to press it down and make sure that I can do the best I can. So now, here's what I'm thinking. So we're going to do this and this and this lovely shimmer olive. And I'm trying to decide if I should do the skull and crossbones in the shimmer and the word radioactive I'm going to do in shimmer, or whether I should do the skull and crossbones in the white. I think maybe we keep it all shimmer. You think? What do you think, guys? Let's do it. Let's just do it. I may need this little guy. We'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our shimmer first. Let's start with our shimmer frost. I love this. This was the first shimmer I got, and I love it so much. The main reason is, you know, it is whitish. It's white, but I feel like you can add it to any color. Like, we have a lot of shimmers now. I've shown you that before. We have a lot of them now. But I feel like if it was a color you liked, like right now, I don't have a blue shimmer. I can't remember if they make a blue shimmer, but I don't have one. And if you, I keep finding glue pieces too. If you wanted to make it a shimmer, you could add some of this to that color paste and make a shimmer. Just because of the fact that it's kind of, it's not clear, but it's not real solid either. It's not opaque. So I'm going to grab some of this. Now the shimmers are a little thinner, so it might take a little more than what I was using with the white paste, but I think it's going to show up good on the black. I think it's going to really show up well. It's going to look good. And I love shimmer. So again, just go, you can go both directions. You can go any direction with the chalk paste. The ink, we suggest a very thin layer and only go one direction. And then I'm just going to go over and drag off any extra. Okay. And I'm going to do a little paste and pull. Actually, you know what? I think it's going to be fine. Oh, I don't know. I'll show you paste and pull. Okay, so here you can see I put the shimmer on that bottom word, and I'm going to do what we call paste and pull. So just the area that I just applied the chalk, I'm going to pull it up and then lay it back down gently, just so that the chalk paste does not dry in my silk screen while I'm working on these other ones. Just because this has a little more detail, I'm not going to just go across it and do all one color. And because our chalk paste dries so quickly. Look. Oh, I'm loving it. I knew I would. And you see, it's kind of like that distressed look, right? I love that. I love it. And I'm just going to let it lay back down like that. Okay? Now, I'm going to keep that out because I'm going to use that for my middle guy. So let's go ahead and try to do him. I may not. I might be able to just, I don't think I'll have to use the multi-purpose tool because I can just do the whole skull and crossbones. I'm not a big skeleton person either for Halloween, but sometimes they're cute. This guy is kind of cute. He's not scary. And remember, I have a 4.5-year-old too, so I definitely don't want to do things that are going to be scary and spooky. All right, so look, see all that I still have left over, and that was from the first time too. So we're in good shape. We didn't use very much of that. That one, I have to say, is probably my ultimate favorite color of the shimmers. Maybe all colors, I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to have to lift it up so you can see, right? Now I'm going to do the green on the other two pieces, the other two elements. And I'm just going to, I took a small squeegee and cut it in half to make it a little bit smaller, to give me a little bit different size to work with. And I'm just going to go with that size for this. But if you only have a mini squeegee, which actually mini squeegees come in our any kits that you get, or if you join my club, I will send you one as a thank you. But you can buy our small squeegee on the store. So it's whatever one kind you like to use. But even if you only just have one, just have a baby wipe or wet paper towel and wipe it off in between using it. That's what I would do or what I did in the beginning when I only had one. So I only started with one. Actually, I think I started with two, because when I bought a kit, or I bought a project kit the first time, I bought a squeegee, and then when I became a designer, I got one. So there you go. See? Easy peasy. Look. All that's going back in to be reused. And these jars are 3-ounce jars. They'll last you a good long time, depending on how much you use them, how many projects you do. Okay, are we ready? We'll go ahead and pull it back the rest of the way. I'm going to start down here since that's where I started before. And we're going to do our peel and reveal and squeal. I'm trying to see. I don't think I missed anything, but it's kind of a distressed look anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. What do you think? Yeah, and that little spot wasn't, it must have been a discoloration because it didn't do anything. Yay. Okay, so let's put them all together so you can see how fabulous this looks all together. Let me just spray this real quick. Isn't that cool? That's so cool. Oh my goodness. Now, these are all going to dry in about 5 to 10 minutes. See, that one feels dry already. So I feel safe with that. I just got to be careful with the one I just did, because it's not. Yeah, that pretty much feels dry. Let's see about this one. Yep, pretty much feels dry. Let's see if I can do this in the right order. And I'm going to try to be careful with my one I just did so I don't mess it up. Oh, it's great. Okay. Ta-da! Isn't that cool, y'all? I love it. I really love it. I think it's so cool. Okay, so that's our project for tonight. That's two Halloween decor projects we've done so far. This one, and remember, we still have this, our lovely trick-or-treat banner kit. Didn't that turn out fabulous? I haven't taken a picture of it either, but didn't that turn out fabulous? So we've got 2 down. We've done 2. We're on a roll. No, we're not on a roll. We definitely made a start. I still have some fall stuff to do too, but we'll do some more. I think on Saturday I'll probably do our fall club, our October club transfer. I'm not sure about tomorrow. Tomorrow I may come on and do a live with you, just because I feel like I've barely seen y'all this week. But there we go. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart. Press that heart button. Give me a thumbs up in the comments. Let me know what you think of this. Do you love it? And like I said, we have the whole back side now that we are going to be able to use for a Christmas one. So it's definitely going to be, you'll see it again, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, guys, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm sorry I came on so late. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and a great start to your Friday morning. I definitely won't be on in the morning, but maybe tomorrow afternoon I'll pop in and we'll do something. I haven't decided if we'll do something little or big or Halloween or fall. Put your vote in the comments. And remember, if you know of anybody that would enjoy seeing these videos and learning about these kind of projects or just seeing this cool decor, if you would sprinkle it, tag your friends, that would be great. I would appreciate it. And just leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you guys. Otherwise, oh, and put replay if you're watching this on a replay. Otherwise, have a great evening. Thanks for letting me come into your home and join you. I hope I inspired you or at least amused you. Something. Anyway. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.